Okay, example 1 of transformation of function. In this case, we are given y equal x squared, and we are supposed to write a function that represents the transformation of moving 4 units to the left, reflecting about the x-axis or across the x-axis, and vertically compressing the function by a factor of 0.25, which is the same as 1 over 4. Now, when we do transformation of function, the order of transformations is the same as the order of operation PEMDAS. So capital P is parentheses, capital E is exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So starting with the parentheses, so that means our function is going to have parentheses like this. And of course, we are going to keep the exponential power of 2. So of course, using the general information that we went over in the other video, inside the parentheses, we have plus or minus h, or in the innermost parentheses, we have plus or minus h. Well, plus or minus h represent either translating to the left or to the right by h amount of units. So in this case, we are translating the function 4 units to the left, so we are going to have x plus 4. And yeah, and of course, we could have another set of parentheses like this if we are asked to horizontally compress or expand the function, but in this case we don't, so we don't have to worry about coming up with this plus or minus b number for this problem, so we can just forget about that. So that means we are done with the left translation and the capital P here. So the next letter is E, exponent. Well, we have it here already, so we're good. Capital M is multiplication. Well, just mentioned earlier, since we don't have to multiply any number to come up with that other pair of parentheses, because we don't have to do any horizontal expansion or compression of the function, so we're good. So the other multiplication that we have to do is a multiplication by 1 over 4 here, because we are compressing the function vertically, so we have to multiply this entire x expression by 1 over 4. But the next multiplication that we have to do is the multiplication by the minus sign, because we are also reflecting the function across the x-axis. So instead of 1 over 4, we actually have negative 1 over 4. All right, so that's all transformations completed. With all transformation completed, our function is actually f of x equal to negative 1 over 4 multiply x plus 4 raised to the second power. So this is a function that represents all these three transformations here. Now, how do we graph it? This is x, this is y. Well, the way we graph it is in the same order as PEMDAS. So we start out with the parent function first. So for the original function, I can say, which is x squared. And of course, capital P is parentheses. So inside parentheses, we have x plus 4. So we translate this function to the left by 4 units. So maybe over here, and it's still going to look the same like that, but it's going to start here instead. All right. Well, I mean, that's a bad drawing, but you know exactly what I mean. So this is x plus 4 square. Next is exponent. Well, we already have it there. Third letter is multiplication. Well, we are multiplying by negative 1 over 4. So that means 1, our function is going to reflect vertically like that due to the minus sign. So this is negative of x plus 4 square. The second is that the 1 over 4, which represent vertical compression of the function by the factor of 1 over 4. So that means when we compress something, just like a wristband, for example, if we have a wristband and we compress it vertically, it looks wider. And also oppositely, if we stretch it vertically, it looks thinner. So by compressing the function vertically, your function is going to look a bit wider. So something like that. And this is negative 1 over 4 times x plus 4 square. And this right here is the resultant graph of our resultant function.